Hey everyone, I know I had teased a little picture of what I'm going to be making today, but I saw on MasterChef this week that they made an egg raviolo, a big ravioli piece, and I want to try to replicate that with a brown butter sage sauce. So I'm going to make the fresh pasta first, and I have everything laid out. When I went to Italy, I learned that you make pasta with the 00 flour, a little pinch of salt, and 100 grams of the flour with one egg. Because I'm making a little extra, I'm actually doing 200 grams and 2 eggs so that I can make some pasta for tomorrow as well. So I do use a scale to measure this all out, and now that I have everything already measured, we're going to do a large pinch of salt and a second one since we are going to be making twice the amount. And then I'm going to make a little mound and I'm going to put the egg in the middle. I did already beat it first. The 2 eggs, again, if you're just doing 100 grams of flour, you would just do the 1. And essentially, you're just going to keep bringing in the flour, and of course I got a little of the egg over. Just bringing in the flour and kind of mixing it all together as I make a mess. And then once the egg is incorporated with the flour, you want to just keep rolling it out until it's smooth. And then when you push on it, it should bounce back pretty good. And that's when it's ready. But this definitely has not been kneaded enough. So we'll check. You'll know your pasta dough is ready when you push on it and it starts to come back. That just means that the gluten has been activated. So after the pasta dough has rested, I'm going to roll out the dough, but I also have the ricotta cheese ready to go along with the egg mixture, and this way I can just kind of keep it rolling. I do want to specify that I am just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, and that I don't really have a recipe that I'm going off of. I'm just going off of what I saw on the show and kind of just taking it from there. So I'm going to start out by rolling out the pasta. Make sure that the pasta maker is as tight as I need it to be. There we go. That's better. And then kind of work out the sheets from there. After I have the pasta rolled out, I'm going to use the egg yolk as my guide. And once I put the little bit of ricotta cheese mixture, I'm going to make a hole so that the egg yolk can go gently in its little home. And we're going to put the pasta right on top. And we want to make sure that it's got no air in there, so that when we cook it, there's no issues with it floating or anything like that. So we'll work all that out. And then we will cut it to size. And then next we're going to boil it and put it in the brown butter mixture with the sage. Now we're going to see if I can time this correctly, because again, I'm just kind of winging it. But we have the pot of water boiling, salted of course, and once it starts to boil, which it's almost there, we will put the raviolo into the pot for 3 minutes, and then we're going to brown our butter. Now I do use a light colored pan to make it a lot easier to see as the color starts to shift on brown butter. I have browned butter several times in the past, and it looks like our pasta water is ready. So we will stick the raviolo in, set the timer for 3 minutes, and we will get the butter browning. I think I'm going to be running short on time, so I do have the heat a little bit high. Normally you want to have it at like a medium heat so that you can watch the butter, but you do want to make sure that you are moving the butter around so that it doesn't burn too quick. As you start to brown butter, it will start to bubble a lot, and then when it gets to be correctly browned, you will start smelling a very nutty flavor. it'll start smelling very nutty. But it's really going to start bubbling up. I put in my sage, and so while that's crisping, and the butter is definitely brown, you can kind of see it in there, how it's turning brown. I'm actually going to take it off the heat for a moment because it's already still hot in the pan. And I am going to take out my raviolo, put it in there. You can see it's really kind of brown there. And then we'll put it on the plate. And we will garnish it. So, there you have it. Brown butter sage raviolo. So here's the true test. If I cut into it, it's supposed to still ooze the egg yolk out just perfectly. Yep, still runny. This should be delicious. It is cooked. What do you think? We'll blow on it?
Can I have a nibble?
You can have a nibble. What do you think?
You love it? Success! We have success. He loves it. Yay!